Now, from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. Off we go from Soldier Field. This one skips the landing zone, goes all the way over the back line, so the ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's caught by Harrison right side. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And he indeed picks up a Bears, and he's going to have the Jets.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And And the Lions are going to take over just shy of midfield.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
To throw, Hooker. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs with a first down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And this one doesn't do a whole lot. It's out of bounds, short of midfield. Williams in motion. Here's Hooker. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will go all the way. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
On second down, it's Williams. And that one incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On third down, it's Williams. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. It's Hutch, Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Downfield, got him, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, here's Mitchell.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Williams to throw on second down. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Chicago. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. And this one is no good. He has missed the extra point. Keep that one in mind. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along this afternoon. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them first and 10 up at the 40. Hooker to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
We are through one. It's the Lions who have the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle. Second and 7. Back to throw. Hooker. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he's going to be taken down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the
and he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Lions. His second touchdown of this first half. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions extend it to a 21-6 advantage. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. A throw on the move is caught. Still going inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. That's out quickly and complete. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Now Hooker. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing is Hooker. That's a short one caught by Laporta. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone.
That is hot. What a throw. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 16 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first and 10, it's Williams. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Throwing on second down, Williams. That's hot downfield by Harrison. And he will score. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Reichard good with the extra point. And the Bears are back to within 7. It's 28-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Williams in motion. Hooker. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw, Hooker. A dive and a catch. Incredible. The Lions call their first timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. Here's Hooker. To the right side, that's St. Brown. He is in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Halftime, coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
He'll go right back to Kmet. He's got it again. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's got another one. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown number 17 for him on the year. And his third of this game. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's a short throw, caught by Kmet.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Throwing is Williams. Open man. That's Gibson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Williams to the air once more. Going up top. That one intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination.
The ball comes out, and the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Here's Williams on first and 10. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting
on. On second down, it's Williams. He'll get this complete to Gibson. It's a good pickup on second down, but there is a flag down, and this one might not stand up. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Yet another Alabama back in the lead. This is Brian Robinson.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Back to throw. Hooker. And that one on target to Williams. He's got it. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now, Hooker. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain. Second down and 8. They run over center with Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Throwing is Hooker. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get about 5. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They hand it to Gibbs. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.